Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. As always, we're back for another review, and this is your review of Kristoffer Borgli's Dream Scenario. As always, I forgot to take off the shit, huh? As
Yeah,
always,
I got it. I got you.
thanks, man. Thanks, man. As always, it's your nerdy Chicano Yoda show. That's my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
So everybody, welcome to a wonderful Monday. We're recording this Monday evening, so
Yeah,
whatever day you're on, thank you for joining us. So I've got at least the upper half of Nick Cage's face
yeah.
hosting with me today.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't take off the starting soon page, guys.
Yeah, so I noticed, so I just went ahead and clicked that
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Um,
If you didn't think Raul couldn't see before,
it's worse now. It is worse now. What's funny,
even though he's
Brad,
got
is that
glasses.
I actually used to have a sleeping eye mask, Brad. And I put it in the washer. I mean the dryer. I mean the washer, and it got fucked up.
Yeah.
So what's it
Have you
called? I'm
been
not
using
putting
that
this
one?
one. No. I stopped using it. I
Okay.
stopped. So this one actually, this Brad, this one, this for audio listeners, I'm wearing this what's it called? This eye mask, sleeping eye mask with Nick Cage's eyes from the film.
Did that come with were they giving that away at the theater that you went to?
I didn't go see it in the theater. Rachel saw it in the theater at the Alamo Draft House, and they got this, and they were like, "Here you go, you can have it." And I was
Shout
like,
out to
"It's like
Rachel.
I got you one. I got you one for you. I got one for you and one for me."
That's
And I was
cool.
like, "Okay, cool." And so I said, "Well, I'm really not going to use this, but you know where I should put it? I put it on the fucking Batman popcorn bucket." So
This is already starting out great. All right, I'm
yeah,
I'm already liking this is our second review in the day, guys, but I'm already enjoying this review far fucking more than the last review.
yeah. Um, but yeah. I'm doing this with this for at least for the intro before we get into the actual review because
Yeah,
I do need
because
to read.
Ro got to read. So
Yeah, and also somebody's got to fucking what's it called?
click
Click the
the
buttons and
spoiler
shit.
alert and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, and I oh know where the fuck that is. I think it is. I, th- I think it's this one. Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah. But based on Brad's last hosting time, I don't
No,
think he'd be able to do it.
no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I am the world's best co-host, and I'll stick to that.
yeah. But of course, before we get into the review, Brad, how are you doing today?
I'm
Have you seen me
doing
in your dreams?
thankfully not. That's a nightmare. That's nightmare fuel right there.
I'm gonna have to watch this back. 'Cause even when I had I could take this off, I was like I couldn't really see what the fuck I looked like with it. But,
Yeah, you're gonna have
yeah,
to watch it because it's great. It's terrific. To all our
yeah.
audio listeners out there, you need to go watch
You
the
might want to
YouTube.
go to YouTube right
Go
now.
to YouTube, watch this. Like, subscribe, follow,
Yeah,
as they say.
yeah, yeah.
Actually, I should
I
probably
hope you got the little scroller on the
yeah,
bottom.
that's what I
So
mean. I should probably put that banner up.
yeah,
Because that is not
please.
scrolling right now. Boom, there you
But
go.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
this episode is available to you all not live. I'm sorry, early before anybody else gets to watch it on Patreon. Patreon.com/nerdcore for $1 a month. You get to encourage this idiocy, and you get to get this episode early before anybody else gets to listen to it or watch it. So go ahead and do that. Literally, it's just $1 a month, and it is the cheapest that we can what's offer you. And we literally do not make a single uh, line of profit from the $1 tier. It's literally for you to have access to the backlog and to the actual episode live for the Monday and Thursday episodes, and early for these extra little reviews that we like to do for other films. So, um, yeah, Brad. But yeah, we're here to talk about Christopher Borgli's new film, Dream Scenario, which came out last year, but I finally got to it. So that means that we are going to have a fun time here to discuss this movie. But um, I know I asked you already, but like, what you do today, Brad? Because we're on
Uh
the new
so
episode.
if anybody listened to previous episodes, they know I fell down and hurt my knee. So I came home from work early because my knee was killing me. Um and I took 2 leave and had a nap. So that was basically my day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, go to work. I didn't go to work like this though.
Tell me what you feel, Ro. Tell me what you.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I feel the microphone. Um, but yeah, it's work today, guys. I do want to. I need to catch up on some stuff for my other channel, so I need to sit down and watch some stuff right now. But I've still been trying to get better from getting sick, and yeah, I went to work today though. I worked about my 8 hours, so that way I could try to make up for what I didn't do last time. So yeah. Other than that, man, just not much, man. We got to talk about Godzilla, and now we get to talk about this movie, and I get to make Brad laugh because last one we were not laughing for the best reasons.
No, no.
Yeah,
Uh, if we were laughing, it was not for good reasons like this.
yeah, yeah. All right, man. Well, without further ado, I'm gonna take this shit off so that way I can actually do the spoiler warning. Um, whew, wow.
You sweating?
Oh my god, it's like if I just saw a freaking. Oh my god, here, you just
Sweating. Just
yeah.
gonna put it right there.
My God, my eyes are being blinded right now. So if you have not watched Dream Scenario, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning. Oh my God, hold on. And it is in effect in a. Where the fuck is this banner at?
Yeah, I don't see the banner. Did you make it?
I swear to fucking God, I did. Well, no, apparently I didn't, Brad. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
You
let's
want
go.
me? You want me to do that real quick?
No, I got you. Hold on. Let's go.
Okay.
Spoiler warning is in effect in a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I swear I
You got it.
fucking
Look at
wrote.
that.
What?
Look at that. You got it. Real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. I swear we have. What the hell, man?
I don't see it.
Did I fucking
Oh,
accidentally delete it?
I don't know. I mean, it's there now, but that must be the one you just
The one
did.
I just made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Um. Oh my god. Okay. Put that right there, man. Let's do this shit. Dream Scenario is a 2023 American black comedy fantasy film written and directed by Kristoffer Borgli. It is produced by Ari Aster and Lars Krusden under their Square Peg banner alongside Nicolas Cage, Jacob Joffk, and Tyler Campione. Campione. It stars Cage, Julianne Nicholson. I was about to say more. Julianne Nicholson, Michael Cera, Tim Meadows, Dylan Galula, and Dylan Baker. Cage plays Paul Matthews, a mild-mannered biology professor who begins appearing in the dreams of others. Dream Scenario premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 9th, 2023, and began a limited theatrical release by A24 on November 10th, 2023, before expanding on November 22nd. It received positive reviews and was nominated for awards, including a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor for Motion Picture Musical or Comedy for Nicolas Cage. Cinematography is done by Benjamin Loeb, edited by Kristoffer Borgli. Music is done by Owen Palette, and it sits at an hour and 40 minutes, and it has a box office of $8.4 million. And Brad, um, you know what, Brad? Well, yeah, just what are your initial thoughts?
So I watched this quite a while ago. Roll was just getting this. I think I watched what about a month, 2 months ago.
When you were
Um,
catching up, yeah.
yeah, when I was catching up, this was one of those that really wanted to watch because Nick Cage has been on a roll lately. Since Pig, and Pig, I'll still say is probably one of his best performances. And then he followed that up with what was the one where he played himself?
The
The
unbearable
Unbearable
weight of
Weight.
massive talent.
Yes, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which is a terrific comedy. And then to follow it up with this, this is the Nick Cage era in my eyes.
Yeah.
Nick Cage
Oh,
can
that
do
doesn't
no.
look right. Never mind.
Eyes at the back of your head, bro. But yeah, Nick Cage can really not do anything wrong at this point, and which is kind of hilarious to say because we've reviewed some Nick Cage movies where we're going, why is this man overacting? Like The Rock. That
Yep.
one with Sean Connery. That one was like, I don't know what direction he was given, but that man was overacting like a mofo, and it's just like, your performance would have been good had you toned it down a little bit. And I think in those '90s movies, he was taking a lot of roles where he was just overacting the hell out of it. And now he's gotten older. I feel like he's calmed down. I mean, even Mandy's a great movie.
Oh my god, amazing.
Well, actually,
You
I
need to
still haven't
watch. You
finished it.
still need to finish it.
I watched half of it, and then my power went out, so I need to finish that movie. But the half I saw was really good. So I think this is actually a follow up of that continuation. Is it his best performance out of his recent movie?
No,
No, no,
I'm
I'm not.
still
I'm not
wholeheartedly
agree with
believe
that.
that's Pig.
Yeah, still, which is funny because you watch the trailer of Pig and it's nothing like what you get in the movie. But no, this I don't think this is better than Pig. Honestly, probably not better than Mandy. I thought he was just terrific, Mandy, and Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, just a fun thrill ride. Um, but this movie, I really like the story in this. Like, this is a weird movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Basically, you have a very like, you could almost say, the most uninteresting man to ever
A
exist.
biology professor, bro.
Yeah, that's how they portray him. And who he knows already kind of defeated in life. He's kind of just doing his job and getting, and then he becomes the most famous person because he ends up somehow being in everyone's dreams. Like random shit. And that's then gets interesting because then this man has to kind of wade through, everybody knows him and
Yeah.
everybody knows him for specific reasons. And he doesn't really do anything in the dreams at first, and so everyone's kind of like cool with it. I mean, and that starts to get him into trouble because there's points in that where it pretty much puts his marriage at risk. He almost cheats on his wife for because of this. So even though he thinks like everything's going great, like everybody knows him, and that's really cool and all. Um, then it shifts, and when it shifts, I think is when this movie really ramps up, and it's when everybody starts having nightmares about him killing them. And I really think that's when you get to see the whole, going from being the most interesting man and like very loved and appreciated, and how people can just turn on you, just
Yeah.
flip of a switch. And then it's really talking to what you have now with content creators in my eyes,
Yeah.
is you can have people blow up in an instant.
Well, dreamfluencers.
Dream influencers, yeah, that gets some weird territory. But yes, dream influencers. But I'm just talking today. Like if you were to realistically look at this, YouTubers probably back in my day, but now it's TikTok influencers, um, and probably YouTube Shorts, I guess you could say, or Twitch. Twitch content creators. You've had some of them just become huge overnight.
Yeah.
You've had some who've been around for a long time, but I'm specifically talking about like some of those guys, they just become famous overnight,
Yeah.
and you kind of watch them change, and they kind of become that nightmare scenario because they don't know how to deal with that
Yeah.
being that famous. And I think that's what this kind of speaks to, is you have someone who just normal guy, boring, and then becomes so famous that it starts to affect his life, and then all of a sudden everyone just turns against him. He becomes
Yeah.
the villain of the story.
I really like Dream Scenario. I think it's a fantastic movie. I think it's so funny, and I think it's very, very dramatic too.
Mm.
Um, I've seen I've seen one film from Christopher Borgli before, which I thought was fucking amazing movie called Sick of Myself. That is basically about these two narcissists who who are in a relationship together, and one of them, is getting a lot of attention, so the other one wants just as much attention, so she decides to take this Russian this Russian, what's it called, drug, skin drug, a drug for I can't remember what it was. It's like a medication
Hmm.
for something that has a side effect of giving you like a really bad skin disease.
Ooh.
And she takes it, and what's it called, like it just completely changes like the whole narrative of the film, and like follows like this girl as she's trying to like, what's it called, build like like fame, and what's called get all this attention, and it has a lot to do with like social media, it has a lot to do with like the way that we perceive fame and like all these things, and it's something that I've noticed from Borgli with his films, and I think this one does it so well too, which is like, it's about this guy who, like, obviously first thing you're gonna do, like, this guy, deep down, this guy just wants to write his goddamn book.
Yeah, he just wants and
He
people
wants to write
to
his
buy it
book.
and read it. Yeah,
That's all he wants. He doesn't want to be famous. He doesn't want to make a fuck ton of money. He doesn't
but
want
he
to,
could
what's
be
it
in a
called,
Sprite commercial role. You could be
Sprite
in a
commercial.
Sprite
You don't want to
commercial.
be on Sprite commercials. You don't want to, what's it called, share an office with a bearded Michael Cera. He wants to freaking write his book and for people to buy it, and what's it called, and for people to enjoy it. That's all he wants. So when he gets to become this like famous guy, that's the only thing he has done. He's like, okay, maybe they're gonna help me get a publisher,
Hmm.
and it just turns into this like completely different thing that really shows you how people handle fame.
Well, and then also shows you the outside influences that basically caused this man's life to go awry.
Hmm.
I mean, you're right. All he wants is to write his book and people to read his book and become more famous than basically the woman who he thought stole his idea. But
Yeah.
um, it's just those outside influences. They take control and they tell him, you know, strike while the iron's hot and do it this way, and it
Yeah.
just shows that didn't make him happy at all. In fact, it ruined his life.
Yeah. And it brings up such great things because it's like I hate the word content creator. What's it called? I don't like that word. I think it diminishes a lot of what we do here. What's it called? And I think it makes it seem like it's simple. It makes it seem like anybody can do it. But like that's why I always like to say I'm a critic. I'm a critic. I'm not a fucking, what's it called? I'm not a fucking content creator. I review movies. I don't fucking make content.
Yeah.
And but like you see it all the time in this space. It's like somebody pops off and they're like, okay, guess I have to do this thing that's like really hot because I need to keep doing it because it's obviously what got me big right now.
Hmm.
And some of y'all, some people are fortunate that the thing they actually really like is what gets them that fame. And there's some who obviously it's like they got the fame because they did something that obviously they don't like. Like, tell me, guys, do y'all actually give a shit about doing these dances on TikTok? Or is it because that one blew up and
Then
that's the
you
one that
wanted to
y'all have to
follow.
do?
I mean, it's I'll bring it up. You have a lot of streamers who originally started in video games. They pivot to whatever they think is hot at that moment.
Yeah.
A lot of them went to the fitness influencer
Yeah.
category, and you'll see them like PewDiePie is like now a fitness influencer, and it's like I don't even think if you're doing that, you probably didn't even enjoy what
Yeah.
you did in the first place.
Or what you're seeing a lot of right now, a lot of reacting content, videos where where these people will literally just bring up another stream and
And the
watch the
react.
people streaming so they can react to what they're streaming.
So,
Or like
so then
go to
you're a
YouTube,
person watching a person watching a person.
yeah, or go to a, what's it called, or go to YouTube, bring up a video and react to this video and offer your commentary on this video. And it's like, to an extent, if that's what you enjoy doing, awesome. I applaud you for it. But if that's just like somebody in the back of your head, back of your ear saying like, "Dude, this is what's big right now," and that video that you did that got you so big was you doing that, you got to do this, bro. You got to keep doing this, and you're just, what's it called, working yourself like a machine over and over again, and that's what they're doing to Paul here, where it's like, they're not working him like a machine, but like they're taking advantage of this whole dream thing. What's going to
Yeah,
happen when those dreams become nightmares?
yeah, and that's literally what happens in this movie. And going back what Raul says, we've been doing this now for what 7+ years,
Yeah,
and I can tell you right now, we've had options and we've had comments of, you know, And we could have had the ability to do other stuff than what we do on here, but we enjoy doing what we do here.
Yeah,
That's what we enjoy doing is reviewing movies and television
yeah,
and
and like,
sometimes video games.
yeah, so um, and like I tell you, man, like what's it called? Like and you look at it through this movie, right? And it's like strike while the iron's hot, strike while the iron's hot. It's like, okay, I get it, man. Y'all really liked this, but like, why sacrifice that part of yourself? Because at the end, like Paul Matthews, Nicolas Cage's character, is just at the end, he just wishes he was there with his wife. He
Yeah,
just wants to go back to
what a
his
that's a beautiful touching ending
beautiful
too.
ending too. Yeah,
Yeah. Just him, the one thing he wants is,
just
you
wants his
know,
family.
yeah, and is the thing that he can't have because he ruined it.
Yeah, he ruined it, man. And it's just like this
Or
whole journey is just him going through all these things, and he's like, what's it called? He kind of gets accustomed to like he get kind of gets like enticed by the fame, and then he realizes that like there's really bad things to the fame because people aren't gonna always like you. Like the nightmares can definitely be like commentary on the people who just necessarily just don't like you when you're famous just because,
well,
and it's like
and I think it's commentary on especially those who get extremely famous, say like a Taylor Swift, like a Justin Bieber. They can't go do normal stuff anymore.
no,
Like
no,
me and you, we could go out to Best Buy, Barnes and
oh
Noble,
yeah,
to a
don't
restaurant,
nobody give a
and
shit.
no one give a shit. No one
Oh no,
like
like
if somebody actually recognizes, we'd be like,
yeah, you losers actually review movies. Wow. Who
"You
who
guys
the
get
fuck is
outside."
doing that anymore?
I thought you just podcasted the whole time.
Yeah.
But and this man goes out like it's a very pivotal scene in this movie. He goes to a diner
Yeah. Oh my god,
and
I feel so bad for him, bro.
he gets like, and this is where like the nightmares had turned, and just this big old dude comes over and he's like, "Hey man, I think you should leave. Like, take your food to go. You're making these women uncomfortable." And and Nick Cage's character, of course, he's just like, I'm just trying to eat. Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. I'm reading a book. I'm trying to eat, and I have a right to do that. And but by the end, he gets into a fight at the end of that, and I mean, I think this movie does a very good job of commentary on what happens when individuals get so famous that they just can't have a normal life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like think about it, man. Like people who can't just sit in front of me, like, because whether it's a bunch of people, what's it called? Whether it's a bunch of people just bombarding them because they want photos, because they want autographs and stuff. There's also the other side of the spectrum. People who just hate them unnecessarily for no goddamn reason, who could go up there and stab them and
Yeah,
beat them and be like, I just don't want you here because I don't like you. And I don't know why I don't like you, but I just don't like you.
the only one I've seen who can actually go out in the public sometimes and nobody necessarily harass him is Keanu Reeves, because I think Keanu just blends in sometimes, and you're like, is that
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves? I'm like, I don't
I don't
fucking
fucking
know.
know.
I mean, just eating ice cream cone on a bench.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's just masterful, man. I think it's a fucking fantastic movie. I really liked it. I don't think I like it as much as his last movie because I think that movie it's just so fucking awesome, funny. It's
Was that
so
the unbearable weight of massive
no,
talent?
no, no. Sick of myself.
Sick of
Borgli's
myself.
movie.
Oh,
Yes,
Borgli's okay.
Christopher Borgli. But freaking amazing. Freaking amazing director. I think that he's got such an eye for social commentary, and it's especially that feels very relevant to right now and how we're consuming social media and how we're what's it called literally like I don't know, man. I sometimes think that we really do like, and we're seeing it way really with the way that we speak now. I think that we're really trying to translate over what we're saying online to here and how we approach life online to life
Hmm.
in person, and it's just it's very scary. I think it's very scary,
I mean,
and
I will say, people who take videos in gyms, just stop,
yeah,
because
so
Daddy Swole is going to find you.
yeah, 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 yeah. But great movie, man. I really liked it. I think that's one of his best performances from Nick Cage. I I might be going up there and say like it might be one of his most entertaining. I think it's like top three most entertaining performances from him.
It's his most down to earth portrayal. Like because Nick Cage is usually a manic actor. Like
Yeah,
he's usually all over the place. In this one, he has to play the basically the most boring man on earth. That's
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
And even then, he does such a great job at it. And it's
Yeah,
like I'm so invested in this guy.
yeah,
So
and I think overall just terrifically done film.
yeah. So I mean, if he has a couple more left in him, man, I hope that he what's it called? He gets to do more of these great performances and great movies, man. Because I think that it's freaking great. It's great. Um, it sucks that the Safdies are not working together anymore. Because literally one of my dream what's it called? The pairings was the Safdie brothers with him.
Hmm.
So, but maybe one of them will get him. Hopefully.
Yeah,
But Brad, what is your final verdict on Dream Scenario?
I think for this, I'll agree with you. I like Pig better. I might even like probably Mandy better.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mandy's 10
yeah,
times better for me.
yeah. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is probably up there with that. Um, so with that, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
All right, Brad. We literally have the same score. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10 as well. I think it's a great, fantastic movie, and I think it was definitely one of my favorite. It's up there in my favorite movies of the last year. It
Yeah,
was
I think
really
I
good.
think I would I put this at like number 6 or 7 or
Look at
something.
your picture, bro. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I didn't make the letterbox list at all. I need to, but yeah,
I think it was around like number 6 or something.
yeah. But with that said, that concludes our review of Dream Scenario. And as always, we thank you all so much for joining us here. As always, you can keep up to date with us on the nerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore underscore, Instagram and threads at the nerdcore, TikTok is at the nerdcore. And of course, our Discord link is in our description below. So you can talk to us on there about Nick Cage and his movies. You can also talk to Nick Cage, and you can not talk to Nick Cage, but you can talk to us about Nick Cage.
I mean, if you want to talk to Nick Cage, bro can put the face mask back on.
Yeah, yeah, I can. If you want, yeah. Talk to us about Nick Cage on the what's it called? On in the YouTube comments, and you can talk to us on there by just commenting in there, having an interaction with us. We would really appreciate that. As always, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you leave a like on this video. Click the notification. Oh my God, sorry. Click the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Click the notification bell as well, so you don't miss a single review that drops on this channel. And of course, I also really hope that y'all if you're listening to this on audio side, please leave a 5-star review. Please also follow us if you're not following us on your favorite podcast app of choice. All of those things help us out so much. And as always, you can join us on Patreon for $1 a month. You get this episode early before anybody else gets to listen to it or watch it. And of course, we want to thank all our wonderful patrons because they're the ones who make this happen. Without them, none of this is possible. And of course, we want to thank our wonderful executive producer, Shane. Where can you find him?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thriftedil or go buy something from the Suppy God at prisoncityvintage.com.
Yeah. And
Great look. That's great look. Roll.
yeah. Of course, we thank you all so much for being here. We'll catch you all in the next one. But for now, we're getting out of here. And yeah, what's it called? Oh man, I really hate that we don't have the spoiler ban anymore. Whatever. Say no to the Sprite commercial, guys. Brad, send them out.
All right, Ron. Being a host as always. Thank all those who join us in future chats. Leave us comments to comment back to you. Thank you to all our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, the grass ain't always greener.
No, it's
So
not.
appreciate what you kind of have right now because it can always change overnight. See you in your dreams. Young Yoda out.